Yes. Read mine, not Rabbi's scribble.
That was my copy.
Oh.
Because I just need to know, because you have marked what you're doing.
Yeah.
It doesn't help with what I'm doing.
Well, then just do the things that I didn't mark.
Yeah, but it's over on that. It's easier for me to look at this side.
Totally fair. Okay.
This one's actually easier for me.
Okay. That is fine. So yeah, you're basically taking lead tonight, and I'm just supporting you. So I will grab a large bottle of water and sit off to the side.
Is one of these? Do I have a bottle of water? One of these mine? Is some of these mine?
I guess you can take two of the small ones, you can take the big one.
I want the big one. It's easier.
Shabbat Shalom. I'd like to begin as we begin our Pride Shabbat celebration and welcome Rabbi Lonnie Kleiman from Keshet, which for those of you who are not super aware, we'll learn more about Keshet, but they are an amazing organization that advocates for LGBTQ rights and a whole bunch of different educational opportunities, and really is an amazing place. So we thank you, Rabbi, for coming and joining and being with us. And a few words of sort of guidance as we begin our service. So this is the prayer book that we're using. For those of you who may or may not have been here before, it's a pretty simple format. It's basically always the same. You have Hebrew on this side in English and Hebrew characters, a faithful translation at the bottom, and then interpretive material on the side. If we don't announce page numbers, it means you just go to the next page, okay? And that way we can kind of preserve the flow of the service. When we skip several pages, then we'll announce those page numbers. So as we begin, we'd like to welcome Rabbi Kleiman to light our Shabbat candles, and the blessing can be found on page 2.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, and welcome. As we turn together to page 10 and we join in Hine Matov, how great it is for us to join together.
Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad.
Turning together to page 12, we join in L'chuna Ranana. Come, let us sing joyously to God.
L'chuna ranina, l'chuna ranina, l'chuna ranina, l'Adonai. L'chuna ranina, l'chuna ranina, l'chuna ranina, l'Adonai. Naria, naria, litzur yishenu, l'kadma fa b'toda. Naria, naria, litzur yishenu, Nairalo, lechuneranina, 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 l'Adonai, lechuneranina, lechuneranina, lechuneranina,
Turning to page 20, we join in Lecha Dodi.
As the sun sinks and the colors of the day turn, we offer a blessing for the twilight. For twilight is neither day nor night, but in between. We are all twilight people. We can never be fully labeled or defined. We are many identities and loves, many genders and none. We are in between roles at the intersection of histories, or between place and place. We are crisscrossed paths of memory and destination, streaks of light and swirled together. We are neither day nor night. We are both, neither and all.
May the sacred in-between of this evening suspend our certainties, soften our judgments, and widen our vision. May this in-between light illuminate our way to the God who transcends all categories and definitions. May the in-between people who have come to pray be lifted up into this twilight. We cannot always define, we can always say a blessing. Blessed are you, God of all, who brings on the twilight.
Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat Nekabela Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat Nekabela Shemor v'zahor b'dibur echad Hishmianu el hamiuchad Adonai echad u'shmo echad L'shem u'tiferet v'litila Dodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat Nekabela Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat Nekabela Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha Ki hi mekor ha-beracha Mirosh mikedem nesucha Sof ma'aseh makshavat tehila Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat Nekabela Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat Nekabela Bori v'shalom ateret bala Gam besimcha uvetzola Toch emunei am segula Bori chala Dodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat Nekabela Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat
nekabela.
Welcome. I am so excited to see everyone here. This is just wonderful. It's been such a wonderful thing to work together with the Pride Committee to bring this weekend to fruition, and so welcome, and I'm very excited. We come together this Shabbat, each bringing to this sanctuary a private world of hopes, of fears, of dreams. Some of us are burdened by anxieties and cares that all but crush our faith in the future. Others have hearts filled with happiness, grateful for the joys of the past week, yet aware that even the most fortunate are vulnerable before the mystery of tomorrow. Every life is a unique blending of joy and sorrow, of fulfillment and frustration. Beneath our uniqueness, we are all bound together by our common humanity. All of us most deeply yearn for the blessings of freedom and peace. Each of us seeks the personal liberation of a mind that is not enslaved to conventional wisdom, a heart that is able to love without fear, a spirit that cries yes to the universe. Each of us strives, too, for the inner peace that comes with finding a harmony between our aspirations and our abilities. This is the Shabbat peace to which we aspire. Thank you.
Joining on page 24 with words of welcome and blessings for peace, Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi-melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Barhuni L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Seichem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We rise together for Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitgadol v'yitkadash merabah.
Amen.
Yamad ivrach yotei v'yamlik malchutei. B'chayechon uvyomechon uvchayedechu bet Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, uvizman kariv. V'meru, amen. Yehei shmer Abba mevarach, le'almom me'almaya, yitbarach, yitbarak v'yishtabak, v'yitpa'ar v'yitverman v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yithale v'yithalo, shmei kadisha barichu, le'om min kol b'chata v'shirata, תושבעתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמא, ויאמרו אמן.
Following page, we join in Baruch, telling God and telling each other that we're ready to pray.
Baruch et Adonai hamvorach,
Baruch
Adonai hamvorach, le'olam va'ed.
Please be seated as we continue with Ma'ariv Aravim, thanking God for the miracles, the incredible wonders of creation. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chokhmah poteach sha'arim, uvitvuna meshane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umisader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem b'rakia kirtzono, borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, uma'avir yom umevi layla, umavdil ben yom uven layla, Adonai tzavaot shemo. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amecha avta, Amcha avta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadita, Otanu limadita, Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shochbeinu, Uvkumeinu nasiach bechukecha, V'nizmach b'divrei Toratecha, U'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed, Ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu, Uvahem negei yomam v'layla, negei yomam v'layla, Ve'ahavatcha letasir, Mimenu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael.
Let us love and praise the ruler of the universe and adore the creator of the world, who did not make us like other nations, who created us different from other people and set us on a separate path toward a special destiny. Sometimes we may feel excluded because we are gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, or queer identified, Jewish or non-Jewish, female or male, old or young, or disabled. We conceal the unique attributes with which we are created in God's image. May God strengthen our inner resolve to honor and fulfill our unique purpose, to love God with our hearts, our strength, and our entire being. May we live out God's wonderful and unknowable design in which each one of us is a vital participant. May we be blessed to pass down these teachings to the next generation.
We turn together to Shema on page 34, and we rise.
Shema Yisrael, echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, Malchuto Leolam, Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated as we continue with Va'ahavta.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברתם בם בשבתך בביתך ולכתך בדרך ובשופך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתיכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. Turning to our Song of Freedom, Mi Chamocha, page 40.
Lai lai la lai la 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 lai 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 la lai la 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 lai 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 la lai la 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 lai lai la lai lai la 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 lai. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef eleh, nora tehilot osef eleh.
Malchutecha ra'u v'anecha bokeh yam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam ze'eli anu v'amru Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed v'ne'emar ki fada Adonai et Yaakov u'golo miyad chazak mimenu Baruch ata Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up, waiting to do your will.
Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu shomreinu
We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment that endures forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
We rise together for Amidah, page 46, as we join together and say, Adonai sifatai tiftach, ufi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, open our lips, that our mouths may declare your praise.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah. Ha'el hagadol hagibur v'hanora, El Elyon, gomel chasadim tovim, v'konei hakol, v'zocher chasdei avot v'imahot, umevii gula lifnei bneihem, leman shemo be'ahava. Melech Ozir u'Mashiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh hakol tavrav lehoshia.
Morihid hatal.
Melchalkel chayim behesed, Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim. Somech noflim verofeh holim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato lishanei afar. Michamocha bal gevurot, umido melech, melech memit umechayeh, ומצמיח ישוע, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, קדושים בכל ים להלוך הסלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Please be seated as we continue page 55. Let's join together at the very top of the page. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Kata Adonai. Shabbat. Page 59. Modim anachnu lach, God of goodness, we give thanks. Thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us, so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulacha na'eh lehodot. And at this time, I have the great pleasure to announce that we have had 2 babies born in our congregation. Emma Nathanson, we have had a little baby boy earlier in the week, and Allie Stubbs had a baby boy also yesterday. So we have lots and lots of wonders to have and cherish. And so Mazel Tov to Lisa and Jan, new grandparents, a new stage in life for you as well. And so we continue together with our prayer for peace, page 60.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Betov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
We take a few moments of personal prayers, personal conversations with the one who creates all.
Iu leratzon imrefi. Iu leratzon imrefi. Vegion libi lefanecha. Adonai tzuri vegali. Oh, may the words of my mouth, the meditation of my heart be acceptable before you, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. O say shalom bimromav, uyasi shalom aleinu, ve'hu Yisrael, ve'imeru, ve'imeru.
We turn together to page 253. There we find our blessing for healing. And in our congregation, we especially mention Ross McCullough, Marcia Koblitz, Eric Shabetta, Doug Botner, Louis Tenenbaum, Melanie Wood. Somebody wants to add a name? Darlene Sharp, John Myers, Robert Unger, Jordan Kozwetsky, Jeff Pinsky, Carol Ford, Elliot Goldman, Judy Goldman, Vera Shervetsky, Burko Shervetsky, Barbara Cusin, Judy Goldstein, Maria DiFrancesco, William Krowinski, Riley Olson, Ken Zuckerberg, Christine Rosenberg, Manny Lowe, Kitty Harrington, Alish Lenke, Josh Vidalewski, Carol Vieger, David Sandler, Jack Miskovic, Mark Tannenbaum, Don Shames, and Alexandra Stubbs.
During the AIDS epidemic, Debbie Friedman was living in San Francisco. As a member of the queer community and the local queer synagogue, she was watching her community die around her. Friedman and her then partner, Dorora Settle, knew they needed a prayer that would speak to the need for both individual and communal healing. And they also knew that at the time, AIDS was a death sentence. As such, they were wary of offering a healing blessing that would be a prayer in vain, one that people might find disempowering if they didn't recover. So they focused the language of their blessing on spiritual healing, defining Refu Shlema as renewal of body and renewal of spirit.
If you are joining us via live stream and you would like to add a name, please add the name into our chat. And if you are here in person as I look around, please add whatever name you wish.
Misheberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
Tenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Walter just said, would you introduce me? And in my mind, I thought, if there's anybody in the temple that doesn't need an introduction, but we are thrilled to welcome Walter Harf, longtime member of Temple, to share a little bit about Imgard Baum, who is responsible for setting up, amongst other things, the fund that supports our Scholar in Residence weekend. So thank you, Walter.
The Baum Family Fund welcomes the Scholar in Residence with Rabbi Lonnie Kleinman. Welcome. My cousin, Irmgard Baum, with her mother, Erna, and brother, Werner, escaped Germany in January of 1941 on a secret, darkened train headed across Vichy, France, which Germany had not occupied, on their way to Lisbon, Portugal. But the tracks didn't match between France and Portugal, so they had to get off the train, walk across, similar to the Trapp family, and get on the train then on the different train on their way to Lisbon. Because the family was here in Erie, they immediately came to Erie. Erna Baum, my aunt, first worked in the 12th Street A&P Fish Market, then later opened a cheese stand in the Central Market on State Street. At Academy High School, Werner became Bill Baum. And Irmgard ended up being engaged by the Temple family members, the Walton Strauss family, as a domestic. About 1943, Irmgard moved to New York City and was engaged by a very prominent manufacturing company. She did very, very well and became treasurer. And on retirement, she returned to Erie. Because the Baum family's real estate holdings in Dortmund, Germany, had been confiscated by the Germans, Erna did receive a significant reparations fund. After some years here in Erie, Irmgard moved to Spring Hill Senior Living Complex. She gathered a number of us to investigate the distributions of her significant holdings. It resulted in various temple funds, including, in that small group which were talking together, was Eric Pallant, who told Irmgard about Arava in Israel. She became its major benefactor and brought students to visit in the United States. She funded the erection of dormitories on the campus in Israel. Also at Spring Hill, she became good friends with widower Dr. Richard Eisenberg. Irmgard family, friend Andrew Raymer, and the Harf families are on the plaque in the archives room, which we hope that you'll have a chance to visit. Again, Rabbi Kleinman, welcome to Congregation Temple Anshe Hesed in Erie.
Thanks, Walter. It's so moving to hear the history of the fund, and I have similar family history, so it's very moving to hear what happens and the ways in which our shared histories can inspire us to keep learning and connecting. Happy Pride, everyone. I'll just start off by saying that, and Shabbat Shalom. You can say Happy Pride back if you want. What a delight it truly is to be with you all this Shabbat, to have received such a warm welcome. And I'm just so excited to be here. I just want to say that. As you've heard, I'm Rabbi Lonnie Kleinman. My pronouns are they and she, and I made the trek from Philadelphia. I work at Keshet, which your rabbi described already beautifully, and we are a national organization that envisions a world in which LGBTQ plus Jews and our families can live fully with equity, justice, and dignity in Jewish life. And that means many different things, and I hope that we'll have the pleasure of delving into specifics more over the course of the weekend together. So in preparing for the Shabbat for this weekend, as I often did, I took a little look at the Torah portion this week, and I was actually very moved by what your rabbi was saying about Exodus being a story that is always happening, and what it means to be in the present. And I love that way of thinking about Torah as something that can always teach us about the moment that we're in. So this week's Torah portion, Shlach, really starts off with the Israelites having reached the edge of wandering the desert. They're just at the precipice of entering what they have come to be known as the Promised Land. So Moses sends some scouts ahead to see what it's like and bring back reports. And 12 scouts depart, one from each of the tribes. After 40 days, they come back with a bunch of grapes so large and heavy that it takes 2 people to carry them, and a bunch of stories so large and heavy that the Israelites are terrified. The scouts say, "We came into a land, and it is indeed flowing with milk and honey. But the people that dwell in the land are too strong, and the cities are greatly fortified." They continue, "The country that we traveled and scouted is one that devours those who dwell there. All the people we saw are giants, and we look like grasshoppers to ourselves. So we must have looked like to them." I always wonder when I get to this line, what it must have felt like to be so scared that you imagine yourself as small and vulnerable as a grasshopper. I wonder if the scouts even interacted with the giants that they saw, or if they simply viewed them from a distance, letting their fear and their assumptions drive their behavior. Okay, we're going to pause that story for a moment, and I want to switch and tell you a little bit about myself. So I grew up in a close-knit Jewish community in Arizona. I went to conservative day school. I was active in youth group. I learned Hebrew from a young age. I also did not know that many people that were gay, or at least that I knew of. In my community, no one outwardly said that they were anti-gay, but they didn't really have to. The way that they snickered and stared and made comments about the few people that were out told me what I needed to know. From these cultural norms, I gleaned that being queer, certainly being trans, was not a prideful thing that I should want. I secretly wondered if I too was that way, would I one day become a subject of public gossip, made to feel as small as a grasshopper? No, I would rather go back to my personal Mitzrayim, my personal narrow place, than feel all the potential feelings of freedom and vulnerability in a new place. And so I pushed these desires deep down, told myself I just hadn't found the right guy yet, that everyone feels out of place, like they don't quite belong. I was too scared to do anything different, to take a leap towards possibility. Similar to the story with the Israelites, upon hearing what the scouts encounter, they weep. They get angry at Moses and Aaron, and they declare that they would rather head back to Egypt and enslavement than continue. They want to choose the danger that they know of enslavement rather than the unknown. But 2 out of the 10 spies disagree with the accounts. Caleb and Joshua tell the people, "We surely are able to overcome it. God is with us." But the Israelites, they're so upset. They cannot see the salve that Caleb and Joshua are offering because 10 of the scouts say that the land is filled with impossible danger. Why would they trust 2 of them that tell them the truth is not so frightening? In my late teens in Arizona, some friends took me to a queer party one day. I'm not sure I even realized that's what the space was, but when I was there, I tasted something liberatory. The freedom to look at and make eyes with the people I saw myself loving. The freedom to live my life in a way I only dreamt of in passing daydreams. And in that moment, my love for those friends who made it out first, who came back with the courage to tell me what life can be like, grew exponentially. And that helps me understand Caleb and Joshua better. They aren't telling the Israelites that things won't be difficult in this new land, but they're telling them what their dreams can be like with a little bit of courage and a lot of community. They're not going alone. And that's my experience of coming out. I felt myself journeying to a new land, but not alone. For me, being queer means being part of a whole community and a whole history of people who love and celebrate and protect one another. So back in the wilderness, Moses and Aaron fall on their faces in response to the Israelites' fear. They're so distraught. And in the end, most of the Israelites who had been slaves in Egypt could not see themselves entering the land, could not see themselves except as grasshoppers. And so they wander for 40 more years, consumed by the memory of both their real and imagined fear. The whole generation dies before entering this new land. Only Caleb and Joshua live to experience it. I'm not saying that being out isn't hard. Coming out over and over and over again to every new person I meet. It takes its toll. Deciding how to answer my dentist's question of if I have a boyfriend while she has a sharp object in my mouth. Never knowing how a person will respond hearing my pronouns or learning I have a girlfriend. As I walk down the street of Philadelphia holding my girlfriend's hand, even in Philadelphia, I see the way some people stare with disdain and judgment. But then I see the way that some people smile and nod. "I'm with you," I imagine them saying. "I see you in your glory." And I come to this life, to this world, standing on the shoulders of my LGBTQ+ elders who fought so hard to make things safer for themselves and those to come after them. And I pledge to do the same for my queer siblings. I think about the first out rabbis and the journey that they went on, who, like Joshua and Caleb, knew the risk but chose to go anyway, and how this makes it safer for me, possible for me. Being queer today, being trans today, often feels like living into what Caleb is asking of the Israelites. Choosing to set out, knowing the possibility of what is out there is worth it, and knowing that the source of all is in it with us. To me, this possibility includes trans joy that dares to imagine a future better than the one we are currently living in. Not just for LGBTQ+ people, but for all people. This joy is a radical act when the world tells you we're doomed, or even worse, you're doomed. And that's not to say it's solely on LGBTQ+ people, which I know everyone here knows. We're not the only ones to be the scouts promising we can do it. Rather, we are all called to be the joyful, hopeful scouts, creating a future where everyone can live fully and safely as themselves. I'm so looking forward to this whole weekend of learning with you all, of delving into the nitty-gritty of how each and every one of us can work to build a future of belonging and joy. I hope you'll join me together for a text study tomorrow on gender and creation, and I'll leave you all with a blessing. May this Shabbat bring with it the rest and connection each and every one of us needs to take bold and courageous steps into an unknown future of sacred belonging and freedom for all. The work is not easy and it is not quick, but may we find the sustenance and support to continue towards the sacred space, arms linked, side by side. May it be so. Kenya Hiratzon. Thank you.
Yasher Koch, a beautiful way to begin our BOM Scholar in Residence as a sense of how we come together as a community. And with that, we turn together to page 282. The words for Eleni are actually not in the prayer book. They are handed out to you on half sheets of paper?
Yep.
Yes. The half sheet of paper that you came in and received. It is a version of the Elenu that was inspired by Dan Nichols as Dan was struggling with the words of that prayer and figuring out a way for us to really accept this challenge that God provides to us of being part of the people of Israel, and how we fill that, or how we bring that to fruition.
It's up to us to call ourselves to task, to sing what's good and true, to bring about redemption. It's what we were free to do. For what's the point of being here if we're not moved to change our ways? Hallelujah, Shabbat. It's time to live our praise. We are carrying the stories of the ones who came before. What stories will be told of us when we are here no more? We commit ourselves to action. It brings meaning to our days. It's time to live our praise. It's up to us to own the vision. We're an answer to a call. It's up to us to live the words we speak for the benefit of all. It's up to us to bow down deeply. There's a broken world to raise. Alleluia, Shabbat. It's time to live our praise. One more time. Alleluia, Shabbat. It's time to live our praise.
We think now of all those who have come before us. In our congregation, we are in the period of aninut, and I'm the sad responsibility to announce the death of Shirley Lechner. The funeral will be on Monday at 12:30 at the Congregation Brit Shalom's cemetery at 26th and Asbury. We are also in the period of Shiva, Shloshim rather, for Corrine Egan and Evelyn Landsberg, and we observe Yartzeit on this Shabbat for Madeline Baker, Gettel Goldberg, Nathan Levy, Jacob Levi, Walter Strauss, Felix Weil, Aaron Simon, Leon B. Stein, Joseph Grossman, Emmanuel Cohen, Fred Gashi, Delna Ruth Sadi, Zelda Rittenberg, Pacer, Sarah Jacques Schuster, Henrietta Herskovitz, Inga Sender, and Joseph Levy. If you're joining us via live stream and you would like to add a name, please add the name into our chat. If anybody would like to add a name that is here in person, please do so. We turn together to the words of Kaddish on page 294. Please rise. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ba'arma divrach kerutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yamechon, uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'alam armaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudsha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran bi'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. May the one who grants peace in the high and distant heights grant peace for us, for all Israel, for all the world. And together we say, amen. Please be seated. I'd like to invite Jordan forward to share some announcements.
Hello, everyone. Services this week are dedicated in honor of the anniversary of Dom and Sue Comey. Congratulations. And I also wanted to take this moment before saying the rest of the announcements. Today marks the 10-year anniversary of the Orlando Pulse shooting. 49 people of the queer community lost their life on that day, and all they wanted to do was dance. So may their memory forever be a blessing, and may we continue to make the world a much safer place. So we've got a whole bunch of stuff going on this weekend. On a happier note, so tomorrow we have a special Pride-themed Torah study, and there will be a lunch afterwards. On June 19th, there will be dinner and a movie. Following Shabbat services, join Temple Hood for showing of One of Us and dinner. The cost is $10, and you can RSVP online or with Bright. Reminder, starting Saturday, June 20th, Saturday morning Torah study will be held via Zoom only, and there will be no Shabbat morning services at Temple Anshe Hesed. Book of Ruth Club will be meeting on Monday, June 22nd at 7:30 p.m. to discuss Kissing Girls on Shabbat, a memoir by Dr. Sarah Glass. Contact Janice Whitmerhouse or the office for the Zoom details, or if you'd like to attend in person. Join us at Pride on the Bay on Saturday, June 27th from 12 to 5. If you'd like to help out with Pride events, please reach out to Kendra Zacks or the office. And please note there will be no services on Friday, July 3rd or Saturday, July 4th. The office will be closed on that day as well. June game days with Temple Hood. We've got Mahjong on Fridays at 1 p.m. and Wednesdays at 5 p.m. And Canasta is on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Also, we are working on creating a Temple Anshe Hesed cookbook, so if you have any recipes you'd like to submit, you can get those forms in the office or...
Can I add one thing?
Yeah.
So Temple Hood is putting together water aerobics. If anybody's interested, reach out to me. We're going to have a Thursday class of water aerobics. In our pool?
Rabbi's learning about this for the first time.
Okay.
All right, and that's all I got.
Never know what you're going to learn when you come to Temple. Happy anniversary, dear. Yes. So we are going to conclude this evening. We have a song sheet that we passed out, Rainbow Connection.
Why are there so many songs songs about rainbows and what's on the other side. Rainbows are visions, but only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me.
We turn back to page 5 and join in Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho Be'achava uvratzon hinchilanu Zikaron lemasei v'reshit Ki hu yom tehila Lemikrai kodesh Zecher l'tziyat Mitzrayim Kivanu Yotanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha ve'achava uvratzon inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
Chaim. We thank God for the people we share Shabbat with and the food that we enjoy on Shabbat as we join together. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, Yasher Koach to everybody who participated, and Chris, Yasher Koach for your leading of our music, and Jesse, thank you as well. And thank you, Rabbi Kleiman, for joining us and being here all weekend with us as our Baum Scholar in Residence. And please join us for our Oneg right in the social hall. Shabbat Shalom.